I hope whoever is going to be the Republican presidential candidate will take your advice, but I'm not so sure on that matter. As one of 2 Europeans here, I think it is clear that we as Europeans cannot afford to have just a focused, geostrategic approach to the Arab world, because we are neighbors. We have security interests, we have economy interests, we have development interests, we probably even have socio-cultural and cultural interests. And it seems clear that the European Union, with its political toolbox, with its transformation toolbox, will concentrate on those countries that have chosen a path towards democracy, which now is particularly Tunisia and Egypt. But the role of business, of course, is related from Europe to the entire region, from Morocco to Saudi Arabia, or from Morocco to Oman, if you so wish. So, Christophe de Margerie, could you tell us a little bit about what you think the role of business is in these Arab transformations or springs or revolts?
Well, thank you, Volker, and thank you, Thierry, also for inviting me here once more. First thing...
Can you get the mic a little bit closer to yourself?
Yeah, can get closer to it. But first, I have the same problem than both of the speakers about the Arab Spring. I mean, first, because, I mean, we're already in the winter, and now I'm waiting for the next spring. And that's a message in itself. And second, with all of my Arab friends, they know that we don't like, and I don't like, that we talk about Arabs as if it was just a common entity where we know that all countries are different, from Syria to Tunisia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, of course, and I always prefer to talk about spring in one of the countries, or of all, but certainly not spring as a whole. Second point, and then Thierry will tell me, last time in Marrakesh I've been not too much following a strict discipline on what I had to say. This year I promised to my team, especially on this sensitive subject, and especially due to the presence of Total in all of those countries, just to remain a little bit more on my paper, and, if possible, in French. So, you know that they usually don't like to follow advice, except when they are good. I think this one is good, and if you don't mind, I would like to switch to French, not because it's not important, as Thierry said before, but because it's very sensitive, and I think you speak sometimes better with your heart when it's your own language. So if you don't mind, I will switch to French. If you mind, I will stay in Esperanto English.
No, go ahead with French, it's fine.
Thank you. So, very clear, I mean, Total, and that's why, I mean, I think we have a say. Total is probably the only company in the world which is in all Middle East countries and North African countries. All. I don't think there is one missing. Doesn't give us any right, but it gives us a lot of, I would say, ideas of what it is, with a long-term view, and more than an investor, but as, let's say it, an Arab company too. That's the first strong message. So I've been following very carefully all what happened, starting with Tunisia. And definitely first I would like to tell you that, oh, I forgot to switch to French. So, sorry, my dear colleagues. En français. Mais, comme quoi.